Hi there. Today is Monday, March the 28th, 2022. And for the last couple of days, a video of a Ola S1 Pro electric scooter catching fire in Pune have gone viral. The news that a father and daughter in Tamil Nadu died when an electric two-wheeler they were charging caught fire, setting fire to their petrol motorcycle next to it, and they died from smoke inhalation. There have been other cases of electric two-wheelers catching fire while charging, and the industry, from what I gather, is extremely worried that these incidents are going to give it a bad name. Now the question is, why are so many electric two-wheelers catching fire? To understand this, we have to go into understanding the way lithium batteries work. Lithium is used in batteries simply because lithium is the lightest metal there is. It's, of course, the third element in the periodic table, if you remember your high school chemistry. It's a lot lighter than other chemicals used or metals used in batteries such as lead acid batteries, or nickel cadmium batteries, and so on and so forth. Lithium is not only light, it can also charge and discharge very easily. But the problem of developing lithium-ion batteries, and over here I would really recommend that you listen to the Game Changers podcast from The Economist, which looked at the development of lithium-ion batteries. It's a very fascinating development because lithium is not an easy metal or not an easy element to work with. It has a property where it tends to crystallize, thus breaking the separation between the anode and the cathode and potentially shorting it. So what's been happening to these lithium batteries or lithium electric two-wheelers that are catching fire is a case of thermal runaway. Now, thermal runaway occurs when, of course, the barrier is broken between the anode and the cathode, or the battery gets really, really hot. Now, why does the battery get really, really hot? Well, when a battery is being charged, you are storing energy in a battery that can cause it to heat up a lot. And when you are discharging also, keep in mind, you're not just looking at a mobile phone like this. But if you remember the story of a few years ago, many people used to say how their ears used to get burnt when they were talking on a mobile phone because the battery is discharging. So when a battery discharges very rapidly, it needs to be cooled down. Now, when you look at electric cars, and you don't hear too many cases of electric cars catching fire due to batteries. There have been cases. But with electric two-wheelers, all electric two-wheelers are air-cooled, like most motorcycles, 100cc motorcycles. But a car like this car, which is a diesel-powered Hyundai Creta I am driving, it is liquid-cooled. I have a radiator that has coolant flowing through it. So similarly, most electric two-wheelers are air-cooled, most electric cars are liquid-cooled. Liquid cooling helps cars cool down very quickly, obviously. And the problem with thermal runaway is when you discharge, and obviously you are discharging a lot of energy to the motor all at once, and then you park it out in the sun. And this comes back to India's rather unique climatic conditions, which is going to be a massive challenge for two-wheeler manufacturers, electric two-wheeler manufacturers, and even electric four-wheeler manufacturers. That's something I don't think they've really thought of. It's hot. I'm driving. As I said, it's the 28th of March 2022, and the temperature the car is showing me is 41 degrees. This time next month, it won't be 45, it'll probably be 46, 47. In May, the car will be showing me 50 possibly. It's going to be very, very hot. And in a car like this, I really appreciate the ventilated seats that I get. The fact of the matter is that it gets very, very hot in India. You don't need me to tell you that. And in very high temperatures, not only is charging electric vehicles going to be a challenge, Cooling electric vehicles is going to be an even bigger challenge, because air cooling, when the ambient temperature is 40, 45, even in the evenings, even at night, cooling is not going to be easy. Which is why I think we need to be very careful over here and set standards, not just for batteries, but how batteries cool themselves. Because cooling is vital, I do not necessarily trust the industry to do it themselves. With mobile phones, the industry managed to resolve this problem rather fast. But in the two-wheeler space in India, you have a lot of Johnny-come-latelys, people who have not got the manufacturing chops or even the brand to really care that much. To be fair to Ola, they are trying to build up a brand, and this is something you must respect them for. But two-wheeler manufacturers in the two-wheeler EV space, many of them you may not hear again of in a couple of years' time. This is pretty much like the mobile phone space a couple of years ago. There were not a couple of years ago, pre-COVID, back in 2017, so many brands came and went, and then you got all the Chinese brands coming in. Many of these two-wheeler manufacturers are just the same like those mobile phone brands. They're bringing in products from China. You don't know the state of the quality of those products. You don't know how good they are. You don't know the quality of the batteries. And you definitely do not know the quality of the cooling. Which is why I think it is important for the government to really set standards for cooling. If the standards are going to be required for air cooling, well, so it must be. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I could explain some stuff to you here. If you like my videos, do be sure to press the thumbs up button and do subscribe, and do leave your comments. What do you think? What should the government do for electric two-wheelers? Should it set standards for batteries? Should it set standards for cooling as well? Thank you so much.